Good morning, guys. The time is now approximately 10 a.m. on the 23rd of September, Tuesday. Here's a quick rundown of some of the most impactful international stories that could affect U.S. interests abroad. First up, we got drones shut down major airport in serious attack. This is in Copenhagen, Denmark, several hundred miles from Russian territory. At least 2, possibly 3 large drones were seen circulating the airport area. This comes on the heels, of course, of drone incursions into Poland and other areas. Now, officially, Russia has not been blamed, although their fingerprints seem to be on this. A few things to note before I show you the footage. Here is where Copenhagen's airport is located. Now, Russia does have a small spit of territory over here known as the Kharkiv Oblast. So they could simply just fly over the Baltic Sea for this incursion and potentially just fly the drones back or even crash them in the sea. So if that is the case, Copenhagen's airport would be a particular target for that. Now, interesting, and this didn't get any headlines, Norway's Oslo airport was also shut down for approximately 4 hours for the same reason. Now, I know I teased you the actual clip. This is what the drones actually look like. This is the footage coming out. And the blinking lights are an interesting touch. You'd think if it was an actual incursion from an enemy drone, you wouldn't have blinking lights. But in any event, this is the footage that at least is appearing on X. Right from the airport itself. It does appear to be a drone. Again, the blinking lights are interesting. You could argue that this incursion is intentional. The blinking lights, they don't want to actually cause direct impact with an oncoming plane. But they do want to either test the defense systems of NATO and of the Dutch, or they just want to cause a provocative act, because this is happening on the heels, as mentioned earlier, of the known drone incursions into Poland, but also major cyber attacks from London's Heathrow all the way on to Berlin. It's happening in multiple areas. Now, there is no claimed attack, cause of the attack yet. It could be ransomware, but it is just a little convenient that all this stuff is happening at the same time. Now, specifically, these are known as technical issues that are hitting the software that handles the electronic check-in system for baggage at various airports. So it hasn't shut down the airports completely. It's just making several major airlines resort to more manual check-in processes, just bringing things back to the 90s, basically. So that's another interesting one to watch. Again, just if you go next, there's lines and lines and lines and lines and lines and lines of footage of people trying to actually check in. So something to be aware of, especially if you would be going to Europe this week. Now, this is pretty interesting. Trump administration is looking to extend an economic lifeline to their great partner, Argentina's Milei. That's as his austerity measures in Argentina to try to pull the country out of decades of financial issues has largely stalled. Unemployment has actually gone up to about 7.6%. It was about 5.5% when he took office, and some of his austerity measures are working, but not working enough effectively. So a few of the things that they're looking at doing is direct currency purchases of the Argentine peso, and also maybe helping him in different ways, infusing some U.S. dollars into their economy. I'm not quite sure how that works, and I'm sure it gets complicated. No official plan has been put in place yet, but it's just an exploratory measure at this point. It is all over news in Argentina, and it is already just, according to the Buenos Aires Times, it's already helping bolster the U.S. economy, the Argentinian economy, with some with some sense of optimism. Now, it should be important to note that Argentina is no short is already taken out a lot of loans. Usually, this type of move with unilateral action would be unique. This has happened before. It's typically done through the IMF, which the U.S. is a contributor for, but this would be unilateral. Last time we've done that was we helped bail out Mexico, I believe, in the 90s. This situation would be completely different, obviously. So something to stay tuned to there.